Woyome, woyome. Woyome, woyome. Woyome, woyome. Gargantuan, wocheli.
I don't know whether sometimes, the current government sometimes they feel Bolga or maybe the northern sector is somewhere Gambia or where am I going to be, Niger or something. It's not part of Ghana. Sometimes there are certain things that we are being frustrated by the government that some people, for instance, in government, or including the president, the finance minister, sometimes they say certain things starting from 2009 up to date in their budget, and then the nation addressed by the president. So we have been looking for the opportunity to, to see how we can express ourselves, and then also to see how we can send a message out there to tell the large number that certain things have been said within the government, which is not true about our region. For example, from 2009 up to date, the finance minister, Mr. Youthful, keep on mentioning in his budget that Bolgatanga Regional Hospital Phase 2 has been completed. And then it was not enough for them. They just last year, 2011 budget that they came out and read, 2012 budget that they came out and read recently, they mentioned that Phase 3. Mr. Yobabi, and we keep on asking ourselves. And I know this evening, a large number of Upper East will be very happy I'm sitting by you, saying trying to reveal these things to the nation. In fact, it is very painful that sometimes when we hear those things, and then someone will ask, and sometimes when we go to radio station in the region, trying to explain to the people, sometimes they said the communication team of the NDC, they find it difficult to defend. They find it difficult
when they are confronted by phantom projects
which have been mentioned.
They are on the ground and you see those things.
Even nothing. It's something that a layman, a common layman himself can come out and say, hey, you are lying.
Kudus, is that the same situation in the northern region? Phantom projects.
I was really trying to look for appropriate adjective to qualify the state of the people in the northern region. But first of all, let me join Latif. Say a good evening to your wonderful viewers, to the whole country and those viewing us from beyond. And I believe I can't actually go forward with that, certainly zooming on the people of Tamale in particular, because certainly I'm virtually representative of them on your platform. Being on multi-TV is a big, serious privilege. And I think it is only appropriate that I duly recognize that. Moving forward and speaking about the state of the people, like I told you from the beginning, I'm not too sure what adjective would rightly qualify them. I don't know whether to say they are despondent, they are melancholic, they are disenchanted. Maybe if I could sum it, they are just in a total state of confusion. That is absolutely what is happening. Because going forward, after 2008 election, several promises were made. A lot of things were given to the people. So there was high hopes out there in the skies, and people really look forward to the future with serious anxiety, hoping that their future is going to be enhanced, is going to really be better, and is going to be that good. But hey, 3-4 years down the line, there's no single thing that one individual in the northern region can actually look up to and say there's hope in the future. It is all about failed promises, okay? And what today, characteristical of the NDC, they're trying to come again and play on their mind is their usual emotional, sentimental, politicking, where they play on the sensitivities of the people. You know, the usual national anthem and national pledge. Anytime they come to tell the people of Tamale why they ought to really be considered. So I think that briefly, to summarize what I've just said, the people of Tamale are totally disenchanted. They actually gave so much hope. They gave so much vote to the NDC, but NDC has not really reciprocally given the kind of expectation that the people were actually expecting from them. So I believe what the people of northern region and Tamale in particular are waiting for is just for 2012, okay, 7th December to reach, so they would effectively show people that this time around it's not going to be the issues of emotions, it's not going to be the issues of sensitivities, but it's going to be a matter of bread and butter. Who exactly holds the key to unlocking the very potentials that the people of the place are actually yearning for. And they have an example to rely on to forecast into the future and see in whose hands, whether the MPP or the NDC, that they can actually be guaranteed of their hope, given the fact that they've tried the NDC 1 and 2, they've tried the MPP 1 and 2, and the evidence is out there, and they know what both parties have done for them and what is actually in store. Because, like I said, it is just virtually failed and failed and failed promises right down from 2009 till date.
Interesting. But, Latif.
Yes, sir.
Failed promises,
Yeah.
and yet, again, looking at it globally,
Yeah.
can we take it for granted that there will be a swing?
Yeah, I think this time around,
because of course,
I'm telling you, Mr. Yaobe, this time around there are so much changes that people should be expecting. 2012, a tsunami is going to happen in the 3 northern sector. I'm assuring you that is going to happen, especially in Tamale and then Upper East, because sometimes that is where I'm close. Because for Upper West, I know they're also working hard, but I don't have much information about them.
but Upper East.
Upper East, I'm telling you, the Mugabes will be thrown out of parliament come 2012. I'm telling you for sure.
Who are those Mugabes? Which seats are those?
Yeah, Mugabes are honorable member for Talensi, John Tia, Honorable John Tia.
Yes.
And then Asaga, and then Alberta Bongo, where I'm coming
How
from.
many do we have? How many seats do we have in the Upper East?
We have about 13 constituencies, and where MPP is having 4 seats only.
We
But I'm
need
telling
to-
you, a tsunami is going to happen. Can you imagine now the youth of the NDC themselves are calling day in, day out. They are telling you that not necessarily they have love for the New Patriotic Party, but they are ready to throw out people who are sitting our interests, we the youth. Can you imagine one MP, you want to go for 24 years? 24 years in parliament. And Mr. Yaobi,
And producing nothing in this
and then I
constituency.
keep on asking myself, Latif want to go to parliament. Then you alone will take 24 years. Kudos will come and take 24 years. And when am I going to parliament?
Serious?
When do you think I'll be going to parliament? Because right now I'm getting to 40 years. I'm 30 plus, I'm heading towards to 40 years. Then you alone will take 24 years. Mr. Yaobabi will come and take another 24 years. That is 48 years. Adding to my years, do you think the people of my area will give me the chance?
But more importantly,
If they are performing, I'm telling you, if you take John Tia, for instance, I have several problems with him. Anytime I'm just on air talking on behalf of my party, he's sometimes complain that I insult. I don't insult. I respect elderly people too much because I have a father and I have a mother. And I have senior brothers too. I respect a lot. But the question is, you are in Talensi Nabda. Then you cannot come out and pinpoint one single thing that you have done in the people of Talensi. Mr. Yawabi, I'm telling you, if John Teo cannot come out, this is what I have done in Talensi. Look at in 2001, 2008. He was going around telling the people that his mother was not in the kitchen. Now your mother is in the kitchen.
and in spite of that,
19 good years, you were part of the government, the previous government. Look at your roads in Talensi. Look at the Winkongo Talensi, the road that the previous government, MPP government, gave to a contractor. Probably they may say the contractor didn't do well, but not the government didn't do well. The MPP did well by awarding it to a contractor, who is also a son from that area. So if you say the contractor didn't do the road well to Talensi, that is the contractor matter. It is we, the people of Upper East, and then the contractor, but not the government at that time.
so is there anything they have really been able to do in the Upper East?
You can imagine, when John Tia lost the father, do you know what happened? A minister of state, former, his colleagues ministers were coming home just to come and attend the funeral. Because there is no any better road leading to his area. Do you know what he did? This gentleman came to Bolga town, passed through Zwarongo, went to Zwarongo area and cut a road to the father's house.
A fresh road.
A fresh road.
He could
And
afford to do that.
I asked myself, you could have allowed the minister for roads and highway to pass there, so you can cry to him that you haven't seen my road. It's about lobby. But here's the case: Mugabe will not do that. When you go to my hometown, where I'm coming from, Bongo, Mr. Yahweh is very annoying. Sometimes when I want to talk about my constituency, Bongo, even a cameraman to just make a mistake and pinpoint this is our MP from Bongo. 16 good years, I've never, and my friends have been teasing me. It is not about even seeing him on tele. It is about the performance. One day I was with him on radio station, Radio Star, and I asked, Mr. MP, you are my MP. I want to just know if I go out, I can also boast that yes, you know, Latif like boasting, and I said, oh, my Bongo MP has done this. The gentleman told me that, oh, he has done a lot, and I said, what? That he has been paying school fees.
You asked Latif whether there's a possibility of people changing and whether the trend would remain the same or the feeling today would really be expressed in December 12th general election. Indulge me to use this opportunity to greet some youth groups out there.
Do that.
First is the Patriotic Youth for Development. The second is Millennium Club of MPP in Muchizongo. The third one is in Dagbani, but I'll translate it. Betam Bipchilugu Youth Association. Betam Bipchilugu means they have forgotten their beginning or where they are coming from.
Wow.
Okay, and there's a last one that has actually created some turmoil within the NDC today. And as we speak, virtually every day they are engaged in crisis meeting, just so they don't get these people to turn their coat. They mounted a banner. They got them to really remove it. But as we speak, the struggle is still on, and the people are determined, okay, to say never again should they continue with the NDC, because the feeling they had, the expectation they had, none is really coming. And they call themselves the Bangba Youth Association. We now know them. Okay, that is the meaning of them. We now know them.
We now know
them. It tells
the
you,
deception.
obviously, I believe the name itself is so loaded. Okay, if somebody is now saying that he now knows you, what it means is that he possibly followed you that blindly. And maybe that would usher me into the programs and policies that the NDC promised the people of Northern Region. I believe the flagship was just around SADA. Okay, Savannah Accelerated Development Program. They came into office promising to establish SADA, okay, forgetting that there was already a Northern Development Fund, okay, Act 2008 that was passed under John Ajekum Kufuor with a seed money of 25 million Ghana cedis. You remember, around that time, the cedi was virtually equivalent to the dollar.
That's
okay?
right.
So we can conveniently say it was 25 million United States dollars. And this particular money was supposed to have been provided in the budget of 2008. NDC came, they wanted something new. They wanted name of their own. They went in for SADA. Somehow people felt that, no, let's not begrudge them. They are a government, different government altogether. Maybe let's watch what they are going to do. 2009, nothing. 2010, die ambassador of it. They went to Parliament, got the bill to be passed into an act. And somewhere in 2011, it was finally accented to by the president, then it became an act. As we speak, the promised seed money of 200 million Ghana cedis is not there. There's supposed to be an annual budgetary allocation of 100 million, not there. And maybe to get people to appreciate the anxiety of the northerner and the people around that place, why they need SADA so much. Let me just do some situational analysis so people can have a feel of what North is like. I believe there are a lot of people who have not gone beyond Kintampo, so they might not have a feel of it. As we speak, the northern region is supposed to be about 50 years backward, okay, in terms of education and development. And conservative statistics suggest that we need about 80 years to bridge the infrastructure gap between the south and the north.
Wow.
80 good years, okay? And the assumption is that with SADA being that ambitious, it certainly can help bridge the gap. So people of the north are certainly followed with passion, regardless of political coloration, because they needed, first of all, to have development, okay? Yes. So they bought into the idea. But anytime I try complaining about the inability of the NDC to really appreciate the situation of the northern region and to demonstrate proper political will to the very promise that they've made. People are quick to always remind me that I should remember that that particular policy or plan itself was an afterthought. Because if you remember, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, then the running mate, somewhere in Upper West region, mocked at Nana Addo when Nana Addo was talking about establishing SADA with a seed capital of 1 billion, establishing
Northern Development Fund.
Yeah, Northern Development Fund with 1 billion, creating some fund for the Association of Ghana Industries John Dramani Mahama at that time said that Nana Addo was actually making a mockery of himself. If indeed he can generate